Yeah, yo! This your boy, the host with the most, Uncle Big D. Welcome to another episode of Daily Dose of Game by your boy, Uncle Big D. For those of you who are not familiar and who is just now tuning in, and you've never heard my name or seen me before, it's Uncle Big D. Spelled UNCLEBIGDEE, all one word together. You can go in the search engine, Google, Bing, whatever you want to. Google that name and you'll see who I am and what I do. I've been around for a long time, almost 20 years now, in the entertainment industry. You know what I mean? I started in 1997 on Moesha, and from there, I did a whole lot of things in entertainment, Hollywood. A lot of times I haven't got my big break yet, like big old jobs. People was always down playing me, you know what I mean? But I had still kept to it, and I've been to 100-something TV shows, doing extra work and being an extra. You know what I mean? I used to do security back in the days in Hollywood. You know what I mean? On TV shows and stuff like that. I used to work for NBC. I used to do stand-up comedy. I was on BET in 2003 on nationwide television. I do music and music producing. I produce over 400-something songs. And you can Google that. You can download some of my music for free. You'll find it. All you gotta do is type my name in there. I produce films and DVDs. I've been doing this for over 15 years. You can check out some of my Rolling with Uncle Big D TV DVDs. Now, they used to be street DVDs I used to sell in the streets that I produced myself. I used to be all over the country. You know what I mean? From San Diego to New Orleans to Miami to Hawaii to just everywhere. Las Vegas, all the big events. You know what I mean? All-Star Weekend to big concerts to just a lot of things. I used to travel and go to a lot of events and things of that nature, and we used to film them, and I used to interview a lot of artists, celebrities, all kind of stuff. I got Lil Boosie on there from 2005 when we was down there before nobody even knew who Lil Boosie was. This is before Hurricane Katrina. You know what I mean? They didn't know who he was. He wasn't popular everywhere, you know what I mean? But he was big in Houston and Louisiana. They knew who he was back then, and we was out there with them. Paul Wall, when they first came out, you know what I mean? I got a lot of people on my DVDs. You can check them out. From old school rappers to all the new people that's out now, and everybody in this hip hop culture, in the fashion industry, culture, trade. I used to go to trade shows and interview all the reps and the owners of a lot of brands that you guys wear. I've been around for a while doing this stuff. You know what I mean? I also used to do radio broadcasting, producing my own radio shows. And artists from all over the world and countries to send me their music with custom drops, trying to get on my mixtapes and stuff like that. Like, I've been around doing a whole lot in this entertainment. You know what I mean? I've had modeling agencies in 2009, 2010, 2011, 12. You know what I mean? I have doing professional photography, and I own photography studios, and I had a modeling agency, and trying to break, women's careers in modeling, building their portfolios and trying to manage them, trying to get them gigs and things of that nature, in the modeling and fashion industry. I used to do a lot of fashion shows, red carpet events, all the award shows. We used to work on the award shows, American Music Awards. I worked on BET Awards. I worked on the Family's Choice CW Network Awards. I've met a lot of people in this industry. I've been working in Hollywood since 1997. I've done a lot. I ran through everything. I did everything in Hollywood, man. From being celebrities, jewelers, a lot of celebrities buy jewelry from me, to just a whole lot of things, man. But in 2015, I decided to take the initiative, you know what I mean, and put myself in this position, you know what I mean, of becoming a mentor for those of you who, you know what I'm saying, needed to meet me or come across me in your life. You know what I'm saying? And, if, you know, the networks, you know, I've been in a whole lot of networks. You know what I mean? Like from the street, grimy, you know what I'm saying, gutter cities out here and networks and hoods and people and like everybody. I done ran through all the hoods. Everybody know me. A lot of people know me. All the way to it's from the streets to the executive suites, because a lot of politicians know me. A lot of millionaires. A lot of people you see on TV. A lot of NBA, NFL stars. A lot of business people. I've been to Chamber of Commerce meetings and mixers and different companies. I've been and did a lot of networks, doing a whole lot of things to where my knowledge and my experience, life experience, and my credential, you know, is up there. I got a long resume, and anything you can think of, I do it. As far as, you know, productivity and knowing how to manifest and make things happen, and to get the best results, you know what I mean, peak performance out of anything you're trying to do. So that's why I took the initiative to make myself a mentor and decided to do these videos in 2015, which is daily dose of game and knowledge. You know what I mean? So I can reach some of the people who do need it, who do need some knowledge and some game and some brain, mind exercise and an outlet. Open your mind, you know what I mean, to broader information that you probably is not privy to or been exposed or came across yet. And a lot of people, man, never came across or comes across any of this information that I speak about, because I mean, I talk and I meet people all the time in all networks, all ages. You know what I'm saying? Even old people. I got 80-year-old man who told me he never heard of Horace and Heru. You know what I'm saying? And he came up to me talking about trying to preach his Christian. You know, he'd been in it for years. He was a preacher. He never heard of it before. So it's just like certain people. That's just one example, but it's all kind of things that I'm knowledgeable and I speak on. The sciences, you know what I mean, history, all sorts of things. And most people that I come across when these conversations spring up, they never heard 90% of the stuff that I've ever said. They've never been exposed to it or heard of it. And it has nothing to do with being scared of knowledge. You know what I mean? The thing is, nobody, unless you're an extensive researcher or you have the heart, will, want, you know what I mean? You have the motivation and drive to go out and search these things out yourself. And then, even if you start on one path, just something made you to start getting into knowledge and want to learn about certain things. Because you can tell that something wasn't right, or a lot of stuff don't seem real. And you go on a path searching for things. Some people will stop at that one path because they just, oh, okay. Or they just hear things from the side. Like, you'll watch TV, the History Channel or something, and you just, or Ancient Aliens or something, you'll come across and see it, and then it's just not you, or you're interested, but you only take the knowledge, the information you hear from that, but you're not really into it to where you'll go and research yourself. The thing with this knowledge is a lot of people, it's just like musicians. Once you're a musician, you're a musician for life, man. People got love for it. There's musicians who've been doing music since the 1950s. I just met this dude at the homie restaurant that used to be a piano player and all that, and a guitarist with like I think he said he used to play with some old band. I forgot. It was one of them bands like back when Little Richard and all that was out. You know what I'm saying? He used to, but now this dude old. He was doing that in the '60s. Now this dude does a karaoke night at the homie restaurant. Like, people that's into music do it for life. No matter if they, even if they're getting paid or not, they still into it. They still do it. That's the same thing with this knowledge. You know what I mean? People that's into this knowledge and information is just, we do it for real. You know what I mean? We keep it going. We don't stop nowhere. It just keeps on going and coming because we just always own it. You know what I mean? And we always love information to learn new things. And then over time, I've been in this for 20, literally in these sciences for over 20 years. Non-stop to now. And over time, you know, I've always been searching and getting more information, gathering. And over time, it'll all piece up together. And you'll get like a broader, universal perspective and understanding of patterns. You know what I mean? Things, this makes sense to this. It's hard when you guys got bits and pieces, or you hear different things here and here, and then some people get confused because that's the design of how they do things, you know, to confuse you, and then you don't really care, you don't really understand it. It's just like when you read biblical books or stories, even the Bible. Some of that stuff you can't take in a literal sense, but you have to. But it is in a literal sense, but it's in code. You know what I mean? Some stories or some numbers and things and math. Some of that stuff is in code, and you don't know the whole thing unless you know this other piece of this, or like just the basic, broader information knowledge, and then everything else falls up in that. It's just like all the pieces will just come together. It's like how I said before. How I study ancient ruins and things that's carved in stone all over the world in ancient civilizations. You know what I mean? I know how to read symbols and pictures, pictographs. I know what all these things mean in the cosmos and in this world and within the body, within the humans, within time. I'm deep into the metaphysical and the history and this creation. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of stuff, but I didn't go into no college for this. You see what I'm saying? I'm all freelance, you know what I mean, researcher. I use all resources available, underground resources, not the shit that you see on TV. And no, I go myself. Books that's not out these days anymore, out of print. You know what I mean? I do a lot of researching, deal with a lot of scientists and information, mathematics, to bring you guys this information. You know what I mean? I done pieced a lot of stuff through. That's why a lot of stuff you'll hear me say, you know, you might have heard some of it somewhere else, but you might not got the real story. You might have got the wrong version. Because most things you hear, you have to really just extract from things that you hear and not take everything as a literal sense. But everything's in code. So you'll get a part of it. Somebody will tell you something or you'll hear something, but it's only, you're supposed to extract what you need out of that, the main thing in what that story they telling you. You know what I'm saying? There's truth in all things that you hear. But everything is a lie. That's why believe, you know what I'm saying, in the middle of the word believe is B-E, and then it's lie, L-I-E-V-E. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know the codes and how they extract certain things and get what you need out of things and know what they mean. You know what I'm saying? It's just like reading words, you know what I mean, in certain ways to understand the code, mathematics, pictures. You know, deciphering. I can read all the Egyptian hieroglyphs and metal netter. I know what all these things mean. All the Greek, South American, Indian stuff. You know what I mean? In all the ancient tombs and ruins. And it all means, and then once you understand all these things, then all this other stuff is just kindergarten, simple to you. You got to get up out of this contemporary submental state that you guys are in. You guys only believe what you hear on TV or what somebody else tells you. But they don't if they didn't take the time to do the sciences themselves and break everything down to the molecule and really know to decipher and decode what the real structure or what they talking about or what it's from and what it's about, then and it's relayed to you, and then you take it in and believe it, and you think that's it. That's why everybody stay lost. It's called the blind leading the blind. You know what I mean? Me, I'm one of those people who actually don't believe nothing, and I went and extracted and got the real story and the real business and knowledge of and had to piece things together on it, the real shit, the real story, and I'm relaying that to you. So that's why a lot of things that I say, you'll say, "Oh, I never heard that before." That's not true, because a lot of people everybody has an ego. They think that what they think or what they heard is everything. That's, you know what I mean? Just because they know it or they think that, so they think that that's like the most. But there's always more things than you know. You know what I'm saying? There's always more. Some things you can't comprehend. You know what I mean? It'll go right past you because you don't have the prerequisites or you haven't reached certain levels to even understand this part. There's everything come in levels. You know what I mean? You can't be, everybody think they up here, but they haven't did all these yet. You can't come from here to here. That's not a solid foundation. You can't even comprehend here if you haven't even been here yet through here. You see what I'm saying? Me, like I said, I've been doing this for a long time, 20-something years in this. I've been level. So when I speak things, I know exactly what I'm talking about. I can reference back to this part or this part, even if you haven't even got here or here yet, you still down here, but you think that you. So it's wise to be open-minded. You know what I mean? And do not judge by looks or how I talk, because I cuss, because I say nigga, because I say this, or he looks like this, or don't judge people by that, because you never know where things going to come from, information. You never know who is going to give it to you. So you just got to be open-minded to all things and know how to extract the right, take the information. Like I said, the things that I'm giving you, I have done that already. I've already refined and sifted through hundreds of thousands of hours of me studying, seeking, reaching out, gaining knowledge, getting this, and then I'll sift through it and put the pieces that fit exactly together, decode it, decrypt it, all these things to put it right in perspective, right in alignment where it belongs. Okay? And a lot of people don't like me for that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people's mad because I have knowledge, but they can't say nothing because they didn't give it to me. I got it through the universe frequency and channel it. They pieced it and gave me this knowledge and a lot of things have been teaching me. And me, myself, going out myself, researching and getting these things. Like I said, I'm addicted to knowledge and been addicted to just learning and information. And I have a whole lot. And a lot of stuff, like I said, people say that, well, I never heard that before. If a white man on TV in a suit didn't say it, most people won't believe it. You know what I mean? Because you guys are in a mental slavery or program like that, but you got to come up out of that. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know who's going to give you information that'll help you in life to have leverage of self. You know what I'm saying? Mind, body, and soul, and to help you evolve and metamorph, you know what I'm saying, into a higher being as a state of consciousness and awareness. You know what I mean? And overall, you know what I mean, betterness for yourself. So, with that, we're going to get into this episode. This one we're going to talk about, today we're going to get into organized colonization. You know what I mean? In the history of mankind on Earth. Okay, we're going to get into governments, kingdoms, organized civilizations, you know what I mean, from the beginning all the way until present day time, and the way the world is ran, and how this one world government supposedly supposed to be trying to come to, what they trying to do with that, how where everything came from, how it started, you know what I mean, who been ruling the world since the beginning, where they come from, and where it's going. If you don't know where you come from, you have no idea where it's going or where you at in the timeline. Okay? So we're gonna start on that subject, and a lot of you people is gonna be surprised. You know, some people don't care, because a lot of people today only care about, they in the matrix, because they only care about money and what's them, what kind of me on the earth, in my life experience. You know, everybody just wants, they want money, they want to be, they want this, that, but then again, it's a trick, because if you don't really understand what's going on and where everything comes from and what's going, because money is just a tool, and you in the matrix because you living in the middle of all this, because everything evolves around money, the society, you know what I mean, and you in the middle. Like I said, the only people that's not in the middle is the rich people, the trillionaires, you know what I mean, and the bums. Because they just gave up. They just don't care. They're not in it because they on the bottom. They say, I'm just going to get out of it and just be on the bottom and not even associate with that. I'm just going to be on the earth just walking around doing what I want to do. They don't care about none of this. You know what I'm saying? All you people that care, you in the middle. You know what I'm saying? You got it. Everybody's life, every single day, every day you leave the house, everything you orchestrate your itinerary to be based around is around money. You know what I mean? Everybody that leaves the house, that's why, I mean, the whole world, this whole civilization is organized like that. That's why you have a weekend, Saturday and Sunday. There's people that work in the weekday is Monday through Friday. You know what I'm saying? And Sunday, everybody's at home resting. You know what I mean? Most people work Monday through Friday or even on Saturday. That's what I'm saying. The whole base structure of your life and what you believe in and think, all is based around colonization. You know what I'm saying? And the productivity and orchestrating you and your mind and soul to be a part and put your place in the matrix. But you're always compartmentalization. You know what I mean? You only do your position where you at, and then you come home and watch TV, but you're like to keep you, and then you go to sleep, wake up, go to work, do the same thing again for many, many, many years, and don't even know where you at, what it's about. That's why we're here to speak on, you know what I mean, to give you a brief synopsis and rundown. Matter of fact, we're going to get into it deep. We ain't give you a little bit. We're going to go all the way in. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go ham. Hard as a mother today on this show. So tune in. You know what I mean? Rewind it as many times as you need to get this information. And like I say, some of you people, you know, tell your friends. Put your cousins on, your sisters, your uncles, you know, your co-workers. Put everybody on game. Tell them to tune in and send them the link to these videos, because everybody needs, you know what I mean, some of this knowledge if you've never had it and if you ain't going to get it from nowhere else. That's why I got 80-year-old people that tell me that they never heard, 50-year-old people that all kind of ages tell me they never heard any of the stuff that I said, because there is nobody that came across them in life, in their path, in their network of life, to even lace them with this game. Or if they did have some of the knowledge, they're not going to give it to them, because people that have it know that it's power over you or the next person, because they have certain knowledge that you don't have, and they know the direction and the path and the agendas of certain, you know what I'm saying, what they trying to do, but they need you to do it. They need to keep you on a certain path and belief and going and working in it within their plan and program for it to even work. You know what I'm saying? So they don't want you to know nothing. Only thing they want you to know is chase dollar. I need some money. I need some more money. I'm trying to get this, that. They want you to focus on that all the time. But sometime or another, you need to, and you have the rights. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you have the right to know what's going on and where things come from and what is what. So we're going to separate, you know what I'm saying, a lot of things today. So y'all stay tuned, man. And we about to come in. This is part 1. You know what I mean? Give you the introduction of what the show is going to be about today. And we about to go hard on this one. So part 2 about to come in. And I'll see you in a few seconds, y'all. Yeah.